Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Kevin. I'm a qualified fitter and turner and electrician from South Africa. I thought I'll share a few pros and cons of working as a millwright here in the Netherlands. Okay, so here in the Netherlands, I think a big pro is obviously your better work-life balance here. I can remember when in South Africa it was required from you to do a 60-hour week or pulling a few hours late at work, and it becomes a habit rather than just helping out the company. And I feel here in the Netherlands it is different. You have your set 40-hour week, and that is expected of you. Everything above that, they are so grateful for you that you are actually pushing through the hours. So it's not something that is expected, but if you do it, it is truly valued. That is also a type of con, if I may say that, because if you don't engage in open dialogue with regards to that type of work, it will become a thing where they always plan you in extra work because they see you putting in the extra effort every time. So they will start planning you into that. And that's also something just to watch out for, is obviously you new year, you want to put in the effort, you want to put in everything, but it is also a thing to know that you need to engage in dialogue with them, be straight and upfront and tell them like, I like doing this, but I can't do it all the time. And always be upfront with everything you do with the company. If you give in enough time in advance, you're planning through that you want to take a few hours or you want to take a day or you want to do, they really, in general, they don't have a problem with that. With that said, that is my experience, how I've experienced it through the time I've worked here. I just feel like if I had to compare how it was in South Africa and how I have it here, I have a much better time management with regards to my work life, my family life and all that. Another big thing is a stable income and your benefits. That is obviously a talking point where everyone is interested in salaries. What can you earn? What can you do? And everything like that. I believe from my experience, the salary I was offered from the start and the salary I'm earning still is market related, and it is relative to what I've earned in perspective to I'm living a happy life here. There's guys in South Africa that truly earn good money, and they come here and they earn similar, and they feel like the move maybe wasn't worthwhile. So it can be again a pro and a con. I see it as a pro because my salary has, yeah, it didn't increase much, but if I look at my cost of living and how things are here, that truly made a difference. Then you have things like holidays. Your leave days are 25 wetlike dae. That's legal days. You have 25 legal days. I think in South Africa these days you stuck on 15 year on year on year on year. They don't even give you more days than 15. Then in the industry I worked, you used to have things like AD4 which is also calculated through your hours. That gives you even more days where you can take off a few hours. Then you have things like your pension contributions. I stand corrected, but I do think if you are employed longer than 6 months in the Netherlands, it is a requirement the company take out a pension within the prescribed industry you are in. So that here in the Netherlands is called a CAO. So they have to take a pension fund for you in that branch where you're working. So you always have pension to go back. You have sick leave. That is also a big thing. In South Africa, you also have sick leave, but here you also have that. And yeah, you just have a good balance of your hours you work, your hours you get paid, and you get paid well. If you look at the cost of living, how things are, and you look at what you're taking home, you can still breathe at the end of the month. That is basically where I'm getting at. Then another good thing, obviously, is the access to modern equipment. Now, that is obviously a topic that is debatable because it also falls in which industry you sit in. The companies I've worked with in South Africa and the companies I've worked with here in the Netherlands, I have found that the equipment are very similar in some instances because tools are tools. but there are also more advanced tools. And one thing I love about the Dutch industries, if you struggle to do something, they go out of their way and they have budgets for that to make it better for you. So they will get in machinery, they will hire stuff to make your life easier. And I think that is the difference. I think in South Africa, and I'm not bashing South African industry at all, but I feel like a lot of times you were left cold to figure it out because this needs to happen now, you know. And I feel here with Dutch industries, they tend to rather look at how can we solve this problem with you, what tools can we give you in order to get the thing done. And I think that is more the line that I'm trying to explain, is like they really have your back with regards to getting the job done. They're not that heavy pressed in time, those type of things. They really just want you to do your job and do it the best and give you the right equipment. They have a saying here in Dutch life is like, we want to see you go home to greet your family tonight also. And I think that just encompasses the whole thing of modern equipment and everything like that, because it also incorporates safety. They really look after you, they value you, and they really want you to work in a happy environment, if I can say that, you know. And then obviously with that you have another pro, that is career growth opportunities. I do feel Dutch companies value commitment, and that is a strong point to carry through. Is in South Africa, in a lot of industries, you have people, they move from company to company to company, and because it just happens. You're not a perfect fit in every company. But I do feel, yeah, in Dutch, in my experience, in Dutch companies where I worked at, they're really rooting for you to stay in a company. How can we make your life comfortable in this company? How can we make you want to stay here? So they look at factors like educational budget. They're looking at how can we further your career? How can we better you? They have, obviously, you have all your safety training, you have everything like that. That is all separate still from learning budget. And I do feel like if you commit to a Dutch company and you say, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to work hard here, I do feel like they value that, they respect that, and you will be rewarded for that. And I do feel like a lot of South Africans in the Netherlands at the moment as well, they're still struggling to find their way, find everything like that, but that's normal. But I feel like if you just commit, and you commit to a company and you commit to your work ethic and you work hard, you have the opportunity to grow through and be successful. Another pro is your working environment. I do feel like the Dutch companies truly focuses on good housekeeping. That again encompasses safety, because with good housekeeping comes good safety. And it's just, it's nice to work there. You always have, the places I've worked in is always neat, tidy, and it's expected of the people to keep it that way. Even when I work there, when I'm done, you need to sort out your stuff. And I do feel that is a massive pro, because in South Africa, again, I've worked in places where I come out and I tell you what, I don't even want to jump in my bucket. That's how dirty I am. You know, so I do feel when you work, that is when you're a field service, I must say. But I do feel like, yeah, you have companies where you go, you work in the field service, you get the job done, but afterwards you don't even have to change your overalls in some cases. That's how clean it is. And I do feel like good housekeeping is a good principle to follow through, because if housekeeping is good, everything after goes good. So just to add to that, it always comes down to your industry where you work on. I have a few colleagues or guys I know that actually they work in the recycling plants and everything like that. And that can't always be the cleanest place to work in. I mean, if you're gonna work in a steel manufacturing plant with conveyor belts and everything like that, it's expected you're gonna get dirty. But yet again, you have places where you can wash off properly, you can get cleaned, everything like that. And I do feel like even in places like that, if it's not a breakdown, they are really trying to make your life as simple as possible working in those type of environments. So in a nutshell, I feel like working in the Netherlands, just it's just easier that way, but it's also expected of you to work in the same type of discipline. Then another big thing, obviously, is the high quality of public transport to get to your job. Take a train, take a bus, and you'll be there, no problem. So it's not expected of you to have a car. But if you're going to be a field service or anything like that, usually the companies will give you a vehicle to travel with. So as long as you come over with a 30% ruling, you will have no issues because you can just swap around your driver's license and you can be good to go on the road again. So with regards to getting back, going to work, getting back, and everything like that, I truly believe you're fairly covered, irrespective if you use public transport or you have a company van or whatever. They truly provide, they make life easy for you. And in all honesty, in my experience, they help you to settle in. I remember when I just got here, I worked for a company, and a colleague came to my house one day I still stayed in a very small apartment. He came to my apartment just to have lunch and chat a bit with me and everything like that. And when I got here, I thought I'm so fancy. You get these coffee bags, you know? And it looks like a tea bag. Okay. Hier zo. Ga maar. Okay. Ooh, microphone stamp. This is what it looks like. This is the coffee pots that I actually bought. It's coffee bags, if you will. And I thought what you do is you boil the kettle, you throw it in your cup, and you make some coffee. And he came there, and I gave him this in a coffee cup, and it was the worst coffee he had in his life, he said. And the next day he actually brought me the machine that you need to use these. It's called a Senseo. And he actually brought me one from home because he had one spare, he said. And I can have it, I can use it to at least have proper coffee at home. So I do believe, like, as long as you engage, they will truly meet you halfway. And it's not just in your career, it's personal as well. There's a lot of generalization with regards to the Dutch. Keep to Dutch 100%. You can go into that, you can live your life like that. But I feel like if you give a little, they give a lot. And I do think that is the way the Dutch work. And the coffee pot one is just a small example of, let's call it, the favor I've had with Dutch people. I can go through a lot of things. I have colleagues that they've got super nice bicycles from guys at their work. They've got TVs, they've got couches. When guys move into new places, people help them. They even get the company van to go fetch stuff. So the list just goes on. The thing is just like, when you come here, what is your attitude? Are you here to put in the hard work? Are you here to give it everything? Adapt to the lifestyle, value what you have, then you'll have a lot. But if you come here and you feel like you're entitled, you're living your life, you came here for work and you're just gonna graft, and you feel like where you're working, you're expecting more, things might get a bit harder for you. So just relax, enjoy your time, enjoy your journey. I think that is the most important thing here. Is just live life the way you would live life. Enjoy it. Yeah. Another massive pro that I think is out there is you can go to work worry-free of worrying about your family that stays at home. I remember when I worked in South Africa, it was expected of me a lot of times to go to Ermelo, to go to Secunda, sometimes even Empangeni, Richards Bay and everything like that. And I could never finish off the job quicker to get back home. I just wanted to get back home because I felt like I had to keep my family safe. And I do feel here in the Netherlands, I just came back from a trip in Belgium where I worked for a few weeks, and I didn't have that rush in me to worry about things. I knew 100% my wife is safe at home. I don't have to worry about that every day going to work. And I do feel that is very, very important, especially in your workplace. You can focus on what's important, that's your work. And then when you're done, you can come back home and you know everything is good. Okay, then lastly, I just want to add is where I work, the way I work, I love it here in the Netherlands. And I'm not just painting a brilliant picture, it's truly like that. And with that said, is in the Netherlands, there's plenty of opportunities to work as a millwright. But it's also just as important to know that as much opportunity there is, you need a company just as much as a company needs you. Be humble when you approach an opportunity and know that you are valued, but you value the company more. Okay, that was the positive. Let's look at some of the cons, the negative side of things. And they're not that serious, don't worry. It's quite simple. The language barrier is a massive thing. So recently I got a compliment. I say it's a compliment, but it was a comment of someone saying someone with such an Afrikaans accent will not make it in Europe. You're in luck here. Because being Afrikaans, it's not too far off Dutch. But I do see it as a con because it is still a massive stretch. You have to work hard on your language to get to a point where you can actually speak to them and understand them properly. If they speak relatively slow, you will catch on quick. But remember, you're in a workplace. There is sometimes not time for patients to talk softly and slowly and everything like that. So I do feel the language barrier is a massive thing. If you are English, you're in luck because the grammar is very, very the same, but you will struggle obviously with the language. The thing is, put in effort, again, be humble and learn, and you will quickly adapt and you will fit in right where you are. Another con to me, some people it might be a pro, but it's the cold and rainy weather. And you get it on all YouTube videos where people talk about it is, yes, it is wet and rainy. We're approaching summer now. Summers are super, but winter, depending on how you travel to work, if you're on a bike, you are very unlucky because the weather really is a big factor. And when you look at the winter months, you have 3 months of constant grayness, rainy weather and everything like that. So that is truly a big con for me, but some people find it lekker. They enjoy it. So for them, it might be a pro. So why I say it's a big con is, take for example, if you had to work on site somewhere outside or anything like that. Weather really plays a massive role in that. Your hands get cold first off. And when you're a millwright, you work with your hands. You're freezing. It's cold outside. The wind blows. And most of the time you get rain as well. So that is really a factor why I say it's a con, because it does affect your work. And if you work indoors, of course, it is usually heated. So it's nice and hot. Ja. Ja, ek weet nie hoe om te sê nie. Then again, as a millwright, you have the opportunity to work inside sometimes as well, and that is usually temperature regulated, so it doesn't affect you that much. So then you put it on the pro side again. So it depends on where you find yourself and where you're working. So looking for that job, look at the right places. I think the following one can also add to the language barrier. That is your cultural differences in humor and directness. I do feel like because we don't have a full understanding of the language, sometimes we miss the humor of the way Dutch bring things over. And also, I do feel like we've got a massive difference between our humor, as I'm Afrikaans, so we have a certain type of humor and the Dutch have a total different humor. And again, with the Dutch directness, that also comes into play. And I do feel like my next point, I can add to that as well, because there is less social connection in your workplace at first. When you have a language barrier, it is difficult to communicate with the guys you work with. So usually when you sit with your breaks, when you have lunchtime or anything like that, usually you the guy sitting in the corner, like an old wallflower, and They can have their conversation and they can have the time of their life. And I do feel that distance you. But yet again, if you put in the effort and you put in the time with your language, you can soon start dialecting with them, understanding a bit of their humor, because it is sometimes funny. It's sometimes weird, you wonder, but it gets funny as well. So if you put in the time, put in the effort, you will be there soon to have that as a pro rather than a con. So the following one might depend on what type of character you are, what type of person you are. They like to talk about your private life at work. And I feel in my culture, being Afrikaans, that is really a thing that we don't really do at work. I mean, we come after a weekend and we ask each other, hoe was jou naweek? Ja, my naweek was lekker, ons het gebraai, ons het dit gedoen. And it's done. But I do feel like the Dutch delve a bit deeper into it. They try to get more personal with your personal life, if I might say. And with that, I see it as a con. But yet again, it depends on who you are, because it can also be a pro. If you like to elaborate of your private life, you like to discuss things about your kids and school and all those type of things, 100% it can be a pro. The next point is a pro and a con, yet again, depending on your discipline, your character. That is, workforce is very punctual in the Netherlands. So if there is an appointment set for a certain time, that appointment needs to be met. If you're late 15 minutes, even if traffic is your excuse, I do think it does reflect negatively on you, and the Dutch don't sit well with those type of things. So if you are a guy like me, being punctual, always being 15 minutes to 10 minutes on time, that's the way I was brought up. I don't have that issue that much, but I do think like a lot of people that usually leave things to the last minute, for them it can become an issue, because every time you rock up for a meeting, you will engage with people that are just bluntly rude and not respecting you. But just be serious and be humble enough to know you were the problem. Is it good, sir? Yeah. The following 3 points will obviously be more work related, and I do feel it is a con. When I first started here in the Netherlands, I do feel like they underestimated my ability and the experiences that I bring to the table with regards to work. And it's not by being interviewed or anything like that. It is just my colleagues that I worked with. They thought of that I'm coming from Africa. How can I know this and that and that and that? And I do feel like they limit you, and they don't think that you know that much. And at first, it was really a massive hurdle for me to overcome. But as time goes on, I mean, we strong-willed, we understand. It's just like pushing through, showing them your capabilities, your abilities, and soon they will also realize, like, sure, he actually knows a lot. And a thing that will help, obviously, is when you work in a company where there is already maybe 1 or 2 South Africans, because that they've already laid the foundation for you. So when you come in, they don't underestimate you that much. But when you move into a company where there aren't really any South Africans, just be watchful for it. I see it as a con, but it is a thing. They do underestimate your experience and your abilities. And then the other one is obviously also when you work, you get your hands really dirty. So I know in South Africa, in a lot of industries, a lot of companies, it's 100% the same. But where I worked, I always had an appy with me, always helping him, training him and everything like that. So I always had a guy that can pick up my tools, clean my tools and everything like that. And I make it sound like I didn't do much really. But when you work, when I was an appy, I had to do the same. I had to go through the same thing. So it's actually a bit of a culture that you create within your company, that when you reach a certain senior side of your ambach, now suddenly you get an appy with, so he does all the nonsense work. And I do feel like when you come to the Netherlands, that's everything taken away from you. So from A to Z, it is required from you to do, even if it is cleaning parts before you fit them or greasing or anything like that. I know that a lot of ambachtsmannen out there would probably kill me for this, but when you're a senior ambachtsman, you don't really like to touch grease anymore. And when you're here, it is expected of you. So just be mindful of that. Like, it really challenges your work again to do a bit of everything. And it goes from electrical work as well. If you work, you strip wires or you do whatever, it is really required from you to clean your workspace and to make sure that you work clean. Some companies may be less, but majority is keep your, yet again, it was one of my pros, is keep your place clean and have good housekeeping. Very important. When you're working in some places, I do feel like being underestimated also brings you to the next point that I have that's a con. That is, it's harder to improve fixes. So it's harder to innovate, especially when you're new in a company. They do underestimate you. So the opportunities given to innovate something, to do it quicker or better, is not there. And the best way to explain it is like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So usually you will work with a guy that's fairly older and he has his certain system. And that system he wants to be put through right away. So in Dutch industry, they like standards and they like to do things a certain way. So you coming in and bringing change might not sit well with a lot of people, but I do feel like as you progress, as you evolve, and as you show your experience, that opportunities arise. So at first, that is a massive con. Is just be mindful of it. It's like you will be, even if you know better, just do it the way they do it because they feel that's the right way. Later, you can do it the way you want to do it. Then it's your way. And then my last point, that is probably the worst con that you can have, is your homesickness on holidays, birthdays, and stuff like that. It is really something that touches you mentally. Well, that is my experience. I do feel like when you have certain holidays or anything like that, you do long for South Africa, and that is normal. Everybody does. You miss your family, you miss your culture, you miss your things, and I do feel that is probably one of the biggest cons. But yet again, we can overcome it with all the pros that are there, because at the end of the day, we all know why we came here and why we are doing what we're doing. Push through, go on, and make things happen. You will be successful. Just believe in yourself. So that's it, guys. That is my list of the pros and cons. And remember, that is my opinion and how I see it. There's obviously a massive difference between industries and what people experience, because my character is maybe not the same as your character, so you might experience it different. But with that is, at least you have now a few pros and cons that you can work off. And if you like this video, share with your mates, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button for all the new videos. And also take a look at our community on TikTok and join us there. Thanks for watching. Stay sweet.